Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to talk about Josh Hart's Knicks debut last night, because this man comes in the first game as a New York Knick and makes a gigantic impact immediately. You see the stats right here: 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, a plus-minus of a +9 off the bench in 25 minutes. This is exactly the type of player that the New York Knicks needed in the second half of the season to make a push in the playoffs, and I cannot be more excited to see what Josh Hart's going to be doing with this Knicks team for the rest of the season and potentially for the future, because he said himself he's looking for a home, and maybe New York is indeed his home. Also, big time shout out to the football fans out there. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I got to represent my Jets. Shout out to Darrelle Revis for being inducted in the Hall of Fame. That's why I'm wearing a football jersey, for wondering why. But I do want to focus in on last night's game for the sole reason of Josh Hart's trade, because I remember when the trade happened, we went live here in the channel. We were talking about it with each other. A lot of people were excited about it. There were some people that were like, well, we gave up a first-round pick and Cam Reddish. Was that worth it? Did we overpay? Well, I think Josh Hart is literally exactly what this Knicks team needed, for the sole reason of he's a scrappy guy that does all the dirty work. He comes in here and he's a great defender. He's one of the best rebounders in the league at his position. He got 4 steals immediately. He's making dimes. 4 assists. He's hitting clutch shots. He had 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter last night. And not to mention the chemistry he already has with Jalen Brunson. The first bucket of his Knicks career comes from an assist from Jalen Brunson. So overall, man, I'm really impressed with Josh Hart. I know it's only one game, but the Garden crowd loves him. He was getting a standing ovation at the end of the game. And I know Knicks fans are pumped up right now, because it feels like we just made a big-time addition to this Knicks rotation, and I'm really excited to break it all down. So before I hop into the video, I do want to say, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're just tuning into Knicks Media for the first time. And please do me a gigantic favor, hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content here, and also comment down below your thoughts of Josh Hart's Knicks debut. I was very impressed, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are impressed as well. So please feel free to let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section down below. So let's get into last night's game, man. We were all interested to see what the rotation is going to be like. Since you add Josh Hart, who's going to be the odd man out? Is Tom Thibodeau going to go to a 10-man rotation, or is there going to be somebody that's not going to be in the rotation anymore? The answer was Deuce McBride is the odd man out. He did not get any minutes last night. Thibodeau is sticking to his 9-man rotation, and it's going to be Josh Hart, Quickly, Hartenstein, and Obi Toppin off the bench. Obi only had 9 minutes last night, and everybody off the bench had around 25 minutes apiece. So it really was beautiful to see Josh Hart just getting traded to the Knicks in his first game, not knowing the system, not knowing Thibodeau as a coach yet, not knowing his teammates. He's just a basketball player. He goes out there, he gets the loose balls, he's fighting for every rebound, he's playing defense, he's a scrappy guy. He just embodies being a New York Knick, and he just feels like he fits into this team immediately, and I was very freaking impressed with Josh Hart. But not to mention Josh Hart's Knicks debut, how about our guys Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle? Another 30-point piece in the same game. 38 points for Jalen Brunson, 5 dimes, a steal, 11 of 22 from the field. This man is just so efficient. All-star. Well, I don't know why he's not an all-star. But speaking of an all-star, Julius Randle, 31 points. That's the beautiful thing about this duo. I feel like, especially Randle, he's been so quietly just good. And I think Knicks fans had accepted the fact that Julius Randle is really good this season, and he's making big-time impacts, and he's just quietly having his best season of his freaking career. You look at Julius Randle's numbers, they're off the charts. And of course, Jalen Brunson, he's somebody that is really calming things down. He's just so efficient. That's my biggest takeaway from Jalen Brunson. His efficiency from three-point land, his efficiency from mid-range, going to the paint, facilitating for others. Excellent stuff from Jalen Brunson. Another great game. RJ Barrett, he had another slow start. He did not look good in the first half. He did finish off the game with some clutch shots. He looked a lot better in the second half, but RJ Barrett's definitely going through some things right here. He kind of feels like he's losing confidence in himself. Hopefully he's going to get that confidence back. The one thing that we know about RJ Barrett so far in his career with the Knicks in year number 4 is he is a guy that tends to go on some hot streaks and some cold streaks, and he's someone that when he is in a cold streak, it's just a matter of time when he breaks out of it. So the key for RJ Barrett is going to be, can he find his consistency where he can not get into any cold streaks and just be a consistent player? Because I think RJ Barrett is the key for this team right here, because you're seeing what Brunson's doing, you're seeing what Randall's doing, and shout out to Emmanuel quickly. He had a really good game off the bench with 15 points. If you throw in RJ Barrett playing the way that we all know he's capable of when he's hot, then he's gonna take this team to another level with the addition of Josh Hart as well, with the way that Brunson and Randall's playing. So this Knicks team looked good last night. We went up against a really good Utah Jazz team at home. The Garden was rocking on a Saturday night. I know we were coming off a bad loss against the Philadelphia 76ers on Friday, a game that we were playing great basketball throughout the entire game up until the fourth quarter, where we collapsed and gave the Sixers that W. But we played the Sixers tough this year. We split the series with them 2-2. If we meet them in the playoffs, I'll be honest with you guys, I like our chances. So hopefully we can meet Philadelphia in the playoffs. That's a team I would really feel comfortable with taking them to Game 7 and potentially winning the series. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of Josh Hart's Knicks debut. I'm pumped up to see what he can do next up against the Brooklyn Nets. Please, can we beat the Nets? They don't have KD anymore. They don't got Kyrie anymore. I know that they got ballers like Cam Thomas and Dinwiddie, but can we beat the Brooklyn Nets for the first time in, 10 games? That would mean a lot. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. Enjoy the Super Bowl today, and let's freaking go Knicks, man. What a game last night. Josh Hart, welcome to New York. Peace out.